Hi, this is Narayan here, and today I came back again after a long time because there was multiple questions that was, you can say, haunting me, and I was very much confused, like how can I share those gifts that I have received, and the most difficult part while in the process, because every time when we are changing from one circle to another circle, or we are breaking from one circle but we're gonna go into another circle, until we won't gonna have the full awareness about the your awakened soul, because this is just awakening is a state. It comes and goes, it doesn't stay to you permanently. But every sadhak or every spiritual person he or she they try always to stay in that state, but it is very hard while living in the 3D world, and especially the people who are in a family or who belongs to a family, so it is very difficult for them to cope with that. And for me to come to you guys, and it becomes so difficult for me, because the first thing that I was feeling like, how would I gonna express like myself, or how would I express the experience that I had in my life. So that was the most difficult like part of the process, you can say, because I'm Indian and I used to speak in Hindi, but during the time in my life, I work at many places and I met with many people around the world from different caste, creed, and their races. So eventually, what happened? Most of the time when I was in the process to understand my awakening, you can say, or the part where I get familiar with the reality, at that time I was communication with I was in New Zealand for a long time. So when I was there, so I was among the people where we were sharing our experience in English language. So like I felt connected, and it just like connected to this language to express myself. Because now what I want to say, if I try to find out the word in Hindi language, it will be very difficult for me to express what I want to say, or what I want to share with you guys. Because what we are going to share here, this is very valuable experience, that it is not even from me, but it is the wisdom from the other people whom I met while my traveling until 2021. Because I almost finished my journey in 2021, but from 2021 to 2022, I need a little bit more time for myself to just contain or digest all the information, or whatever you can call it, like process of awakening or things or reality, to how to understand, how to cope, to live in this 3D world. Because once you are awakened and you don't have people to share your things with, it gets very very difficult for you. It's like the web of a spider, where what happens, like once you are inside the web of the spider, if you don't know how to come out, you're gonna stuck there, or it might gonna be like you're gonna stuck there forever. Because it is where you need someone who can acknowledge with, or who can understand what you are talking and what you are experiencing. Because if no one is there who is with you on your same level, then at that time you just need acknowledgement from somewhere, like what you are going through, or what you are experiencing, or what you are feeling, is it the right way, or rightful way, or you are not in the Brahm. Because what happened when you have so much wisdom, that took you the path to the awakening. So once you are awakened, or your soul is awakened, or or in other sense, what's the higher energies, what the higher frequencies, and what kind of what kind or type of you feel once you are in higher frequency. So there is only two part that I see in everyone's life, which is like, one is the lower part, you can see low frequency, low vibration. One is the high. There's two times, once you are low, other time you are high. In between is nothing. People say there are so much things, but what happened in between is just a process, then took you from your lower self to your higher self. That's why it took me so much time to confront myself, like, because like, if first of all, like, I'm supposed to speak in my mother language, which is Hindi. But it's okay, because language is the barrier, because I don't want to focus, because I'm not bounded to anything. Why I would gonna be bound to a language? It's just a way to communicate your things. Yes, you need to know the knowledge of some other language, or some ABC from so few languages, so you can translate. So you don't need someone help, you don't need translator. You can get little bit knowledge that can help you out to get ahead, because after that, like, once you see yourself in moksha, or the stage of the liberation, or at the 10th door, then at there you don't need the language, you don't need to speak, you don't need to word, or you don't need to pray there. Everything is finished there, because whatever you are praying, it is just is inside the universe, but whom you praying for, that thing is outside the universe. That's a difference between it. Whatever is in the universe, these are the creatures. They are different forms, different angels, you can say, different deities, different demons, different negative energies, and even everything is inside this creation. But who is channelizing, or who's looking after for this creation, is outside of this creation. That's the moksha, liberation, that you want to come into that one cycle of this life, that they call it. It's a deathland here. So basically, that's what was difficult for me to confront and bring out, how we're gonna talk about in coming videos. Because for me, if I say, like, I don't see like there will gonna be many people who gonna understand what I'm gonna talk, or what I'm talking right now. So the motive to share the wisdom with you guys, so that if ever there gonna be only one person who gonna need this kind of information, who will come to this video and who will find out the answers, I'll be like, it will be it, that's all. Because it is not for many people. I know, like, the people still who are stuck here and not understanding what I'm trying to say, they can leave this space, because maybe it's not time for you to be here to like, experience or feel that changes that's happening in the universe and planet side now. Because everything is in knowledge, and even once you get to know yourself, what's after that? The thing is, like, your plan, your life, as long as you're gonna have your breath here to live on this earth, you're gonna live here. But once you get that taste of that fruit, you want other people to know that, because it frees you from everything, from your suffering, from every suffering. Once you'll taste of that nectar, like, everything will gonna be like blossom in your life. That's what it is. Because after that, there is no sorrow, no happiness, no sadness. You'll go to a state that we call it samadhi, or that's the ultimate void state that J. Krishnamurti always explains in his lectures. But what I'm trying to say is totally different thing, because what they experienced in that time, that was only the perspective they had in that time. That was our shastras and granth were written, because the thing to and the thought behind that to read all of these things, because they had that kind of wisdom that time, and they wanted to left the blueprints. And who knows, it is the right way to get it there, because every human being comes with a different fingerprints, and they have the different ways to get to their enlightenment. But now, like, everyone is just in a rat race in human beings, because they don't understand what's the motive of there to be having this human life, which is like totally difficult and very hard to see people suffering. I don't know why people are suffering, but there is no way for them to suffer in their life. Why is it you suffer? When you came, you didn't have anything, but when you came, you were connected with something, that the moment you just came out of the womb in this 3D world, that part of you were listening to, that disconnected from you. And after that, you start learning and observing about this 3D world, and you get involved in the relationships, or like in your family's dramas or traumas, or any kind of thing, whatever your lifestyle was there. Because what you were connected before, you disconnected when you came in 3D world. But when you came in 3D world, you started to have this illusion to make your reality. You had this the illusion that is the reality, because you can see that thing, but when you were inside the womb you couldn't see, you just could listen that thing. That's what I'm saying. It's just a matter of listening. It's not just a matter of speaking. There's no, you don't need any kind of words or anything to get to that state, but yes, it helps you to understand the life and the process, because in between, from lower to higher frequency, in between whatever happens is just a process. That's what I explained very earlier to you guys. So what I'm that's the reason like why people don't understand, most of the people, because why people don't understand, because you are in a different frequency. You are thinking and you're looking from a different frequency, and if your friend is on the lower frequency, then he's having any silly ideas or like dumb ideas that can put or jeopardize their life. But you are in the higher frequency, you are disconnected from those things. You don't look for any drama, you don't look for any trauma, you don't look for any sad moment, or you don't look for any happy moment. You just want to be in a state that there is just nothing and it is everything there. So like the biggest Ramban I can say, or the biggest mantra that I can say, that or the every is a master key that can open every single lock in your life, that forget everything. When you're trying to whenever you try to reach to that state, just try to forget everything, who you are, where you belong, who is your family, because once you disconnect that part, your identity, you'll just directly start getting the experience or like ungo in your life with that. You're gonna feel like you are not just a human being that just come here. That's the thing. Like, so Ramban or like mantra for the things that you not think ahead or speak ahead. It's just all about like whenever you think that like, or you forget about everything that you think, because even you thinking about that, like you're gonna forget is also a thing. But the state where you are not thinking, even like you have to forget, that's the ultimate state. You're gonna get to that state. It takes times, but like hopefully nowadays I try to bring every single day a video, because I just want 200 volunteers that can help out to start a project, because